I have Swift in the first race. She was a winner last time out. She won well, but she ran with quite a weak set. This time it's a far stronger set. She does have a chance. She's worked well, and I think she should be there.
I have trainer Narendra Lagar with me, and let's talk through his runners for Sunday. So, about your runners on Sunday.
Sunday, I have a few runners. First race, I've got Daulat Mai. I fancied her a lot last time, and I think she performed, but not well enough to win the race. Here also, I think it'll be very tough for her to beat a horse called Swift, and I would expect her to be on board.
I have trainer Karthik Ganpati with me, and he's got a few runners on Sunday. Karthik, if you could talk us through about your runners on Sunday.
Well, I have Hella running in 6 furlong, but somehow she prefers the Pune track. But she does her best every time. She'll put in a good show. She should run third, fourth. Should put in a good show.
I have Sanjay with me, and he's got Tucson running on Sunday. Sanjay, your thoughts on Tucson?
Well, he's had a couple of runs in Bombay. He's won a race initially, and then last time he had an interference. The jockey almost fell off. But I am running him. I've come back to a 6 furlong, which he won. He won his first outing in Pune in a 6. But I'm against younger horses, 4-year-olds. A couple of good horses like there's Hagibis, there is Inishmore and Swift, which Swift is the best horse. I think everybody will have to beat the Swift. But I hope my horse runs a good race.
And who rides Tucson?
I've taken allowance since it's a no-whip race. Haridas Gore, who had won on him in Pune. So he goes well with him. I think he'll run a good race.
I have trainer Imtiaz Estate with me, and he's got quite a few runners actually on running on Sunday tomorrow. Let's find his views. So your runners for Sunday.
12th February Sunday, I have 13 runners. They say it's lucky for some. Let's hope it's lucky for me. In the first race, I have a horse called Paris running. Somehow, the last couple of runs, she just crashes near the post. I think she's got winning post fever. She doesn't just go past the winning post. I've changed the equipment. One horse to beat Swift in the race.
I have jockey N.S. Parmar with me, and he's got 5 rides tomorrow, Sunday. Let's take his views on all his rides. Nikhil, firstly, thank you for taking out time for us. Your thoughts on your runners tomorrow?
I've got 5 rides tomorrow. My first ride starts with Sweet Emotion. Sweet Emotion, last time she's run a decent 5th. She's working well. After the race, she's come up. Hopefully, she runs a good race.
I have trainer Malesh Naredu with me, and he's got a few runners tomorrow. Malesh, your thoughts on your runners?
I have 5 runners on the day, and I'm hoping to have a good day. I have Giant Star and Count of Savoy in the same race. Both are doing well. They worked well. They're running the home distance, and the horse to look over there is Son of the Gun, who is raced well, and I'm hoping they do well.
And how's Count of Savoy tracking?
He worked well. Both of them are feeling happy and good. They worked well. So just keeping our fingers crossed.
In the second race, I have 2 runners, a horse called Knight Templar and a horse called Flying Visit. Flying Visit ran a decent race last time. I have a horse called Templar. It's a very open race. Depends on the run of the race. I think both mine should run well.
Then I've got another horse, a very interesting runner called Son of a Gun. He ran last week. Unfortunately, he jumped out very awkwardly. He lost his stride, never got onto the bit properly, lost his position. A horse who loves to go up in front. And, he started struggling from there and didn't run well that day. But I think he can make amends, though vis-a-vis Count of Savoy, he's badly placed by about 2-3 kilos. But being a younger horse, he's bound to show a lot of improvement.
I have Justin running. He was a little wayward in his first run. He finished on the outer rail. He still ended up winning. And that day it was a no-whip race. Now Bhavani's got the stick with him, which should help him maintain a straight course. And he should be right up there. We have Innomarato to beat. But Justin's on the up. He has a lot of scope for improvement. He'll put up a bold show.
I have Hosida Daji with me, and he's got a few runners on Sunday. Percy, talk about your runners on Sunday.
I've got two. Monarchy running in the Class 4 race. Monarchy ran a fair race last time. He's worked well after that. I think he can pull it off, though it looks like a tough race. And Justin and Inamurata are the main dangers to him.
I have Inamurata, who ran a second last time to a really nice horse. I'm running over a furlong longer than she ran last time, over a mile. I do think she has a chance, but I mean, she has just a chance.
I have Galway Bay in the mile, and I think Maratta is a horse over there to beat. She's a very light frame filly. We have not raced her much and given a little time to her. She's doing well. She's looking well. I hope she runs a good race.
Who rides Galway Bay?
Galway is Sandesh rides.
I have trainer Dallas Toriwala with me, and he's got a few runners tomorrow. Dallas, talk us through your runners.
I've got Goldiva in the third race. There's Imtiaz's horse, Alpha Domino. He ran a very suggestive second the last time, and it was his first run of the season. He's improved. He will have to improve much more than any of us. And he's come second to Brave Beauty, which I've got a line with. He's the horse to beat. Plus Pacey's horse, Inamurata, who's run just last week, finished second on the Derby weekend. But my filly is an up-and-coming filly, and she's just cracking the right notes now, and I think she'll still go close.
Third race, I have a horse called Alpha Domino. His last start was carrying an impost of 62 kilos was good. He's improved on that run. I think I have a horse called Inamurata who I have to look out for.
My second rider is Voler. That filly is also working well. Basin Sir trains that filly. She's working well on the track. I haven't ridden her in work, but last run was pretty impressive. Hopefully she runs a good race.
And who do you think your dangers in that particular race would be?
I think Inamurata is a good horse, and last time he's run a good second. So hopefully he'll be my danger. I've got fast train running in the SC Gen Sprinters. That will be a very fast running race, hopefully. And Iron Age and Coffee Castle are the main horses to beat. Hopefully fast train also should run a good race.
In the fourth race, I have Iron Age. And I know there's a lot of talk about the bottom horse called Hunting Goddess. She's, of course, she's had 3 starts and 3 wins. Mine is a little old in the tooth. I still think he's maintaining himself, and I still think he should get the plum home.
He surely is the war horse and one of the champions that you have in your stable. Your thoughts on Iron Age? If you could talk us about Iron Age, how he is, and about his temperament.
He's like a good student. He's a good horse, very intelligent, does his work, has been, right through his career, has been very happy horse. He has gave me no trouble, and look at the results he's shown. Because good horses make, he's done very well for himself. He's a good temperament, good, very, very nice, intelligent horse, very loving horse. I would say that.
I have Hunting Goddess in the SC Gen. It's quite a jump up for her in class and in handicap. She was a winner last time out, and I think she'll be in the finish.
And the fifth race, I have 3 runners. I have a horse called Kiefer, which ran second in the Calcutta Oaks. I have a horse called Fleming Lamborghini, whose last start was decent. And a filly called Lucian Honor, who won in good timing last time. My vote would go for Fleming Lamborghini because if you see the form, he's done beating Rasputin. Rasputin came out and won, and Rasputin ran a good race with Thunberg. I think my vote could go to him, but nonetheless, I think it's a very, very open race. I think a lot of horses like Empower, Zakar has been very consistent. Charlie won his last start well, and Marwana Prince. I think all these horses have the chance. I think it's a little open race.
I've got Key to the Mint in the 5th race. He had an issue last season after he won, and I skipped the whole Pune season. He had a ligament, so he's okay now. I gave him he ran a race after nearly 9 months. Very suggestive. He went to the front and he got beat. Zarak and Own Voice finished in front of him that day. But he'll come up a hell of a lot on this run and he'll take all the beating in this race, I feel.
I have with me Faisal Abbas. And Faisal, you got Murvara Princess running on Sunday in the 5th race. Your thoughts on Murvara Princess?
She ran a very decent race last time out, over a mile. Have an extended trip going up to 2000. I think with the 3.5 kilo allowance on her back, she should run a big race. It's a tough set, but I'm still hopeful that she should do well.
Been tracking well?
Yeah, she's been doing a reasonable bit of work. So looking forward running there, and hopefully she does well.
And the ones that you need to watch out for?
There are quite a few horses in that race, and I hope In My Mad Love runs a good race. But like I said, it's an open field, and they all have all of them have a very decent chance. So let's hope that my two do well out there.
I have my Treasure running in a mile and quarter. She in class 3 in a bottom weight. I think that will help her with the bottom weight. She's run some decent races last time out, and I think she stays well. With this handicap, she has a very good chance. I think horse over there to beat is Fleming Lamborghini, who's ran good last time out.
I've got one for Malesh Naredu. Horse name is My Treasure. Last run in the mile, she's won that race. She should run a good race.
I have Bubbly Boy, a 3-year-old running. He had a race under him, so he's definitely better than his last run. It's a very open field. I hope he does well.
Who rides Bubbly Boy?
Bubbly Boy, Zerwan rides him.
And who do you think would be the dangers in that particular one?
It's a very open field. A lot of babies running for the first time out, so we never know. Hope he does well.
Baby race, I have again three horses running. I have a horse called Golden Glow, whose first start, and I have a horse called Opus Day and a filly called Enchanting Empress. Opus Day has had 2 starts. I was expecting much of him. First start, he ran a 5th. Second start, he ran disappointingly. The boy felt that the horse was trying to go out. I've credited him. Let's hope he has a good race tomorrow.
And I have Azrina's running. She's a nice baby. First time she was a little green. She didn't know what was happening. She ran 3rd to Portofino Bay. Little further behind him. But she's come up tons after that race, and we're confident that she'll go through also.
How's she been working lately?
She's a light framed filly. When she came to Bombay, she lost a bit of weight. So we've given her the time to recover, and we are just keeping her fresh, and she doesn't need much work. So she'll run a grand race.
And something that you need to keep a watch out for in that particular race?
Well, it's a baby race. There are well-bred first-timers. So you don't know about the first-time runners, but I think she's got the best form, and I hope she does it.
In the 6th race, I've got a 3-year-old running Sorrento Secret. She ran quite suggestively the last time, where she ran a close 5th. She short-headed with Bubbly Boy, who ran 4th. She'll definitely improve on the run. Of course, the Spacey's filly, who's a full sister to Forest Flame, called Reminiscence, running for the first time. And Bubbly Boy, I think these 2 are the horses to beat in the race. But my filly will run a grand race. She'll run quite close.
But talking about Sorrento Secret, how's she been working?
She's a small filly. She's 448 kilos. I don't want to do much with her. I just gave her a jump, work her from the race grass, and she's worked well. I just have to keep her fresh to run this race.
Last race, I have again 2 horses, a horse called Flying Halo and a filly called Starry Split. Very high expectations of the filly Starry Split, but unfortunately, she's got some bad habits. She's carrying a head catch too high. I've put a lot of equipment on her, and I hope she runs a better race tomorrow. I think in this race, there's a lot of good horses in the race. I think Willy Wonka ran a good race last time. Him and this horse called Prince of War, I think these horses should be in the thick of it. The horses should run well.
Mighty Wings, work in progress. I ran her over a 7 last time. Probably found it too sharp. So I'm running over an extended trip more to find out what is, her right distance. But if she wins, I'll be very happy.
She has been tracking well. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, she was tracking well. I fancied her in the 7, but she got run off her feet. So maybe the distance I put her in was not right.
And the ones to watch out for with Mighty Wings?
Not really. Basically, she's just a work in progress. So we are just hoping that she runs and gives us a fair idea of her potential.
And my last ride is Prince of War. This horse is working consistently well, but he's not performing well in the race. He's got a decent chance to place. That's all for the day.
I have got Michigan running a mile and a quarter. He's come up a lot. I think again a horse who would be a place prospect. And in the same race, I've got Camille, who has performed not up to the mark as yet, and I don't think she has much of a chance.
I have trainer Nirad with me, and he's got Verdandi running on Sunday. His thoughts on Verdandi?
Well, Verdandi's been pretty consistent from Pune till here. Her last run, she ran 4th. I was not very happy with that because, she did get a bit of interference and she had a hampered passage. Nevertheless, then last time she had a long gap from her 3rd to the last run. This time the gap is not so much, so it'll definitely help her a lot, and I think she'll be right there tomorrow.
And your thoughts on the ones that you need to watch out for?
I still think Willy Wonka, because he's been in Pune. I beat him all the time, and here wherever we've run, he's beaten me twice. So I would think Willy Wonka.